There's a family in our driveway.
Silent, shadowy figures gathered in the night outside an isolated home.
I knew writing it, I was like, okay, well, there's my iconic image.
Hey! Hey! For acclaimed writer-director Jordan Peele, it's the eerie image that sets his latest film, Us,
What are you people?
on its terrifying and provocative course.
It's us.
They're standing there, waiting for you to make the move or something. You don't know. And then finally, when they do come, the pit of your stomach is supposed to drop out from under itself.
So it does over and again during Us. The 40-year-old Peele deploying the skills he showed in 2017's Get Out across a savage new frightscape.
She is a woman who is riddled by this trauma from her childhood that she just can't shake off.
Peele using the pure sensations of horror
Run.
to challenge his audience's mindset.
Why is this kind of genre film the perfect place for you to explore your ideas?
I love horror because it gets a visceral reaction. It gets an audible reaction, and it makes you feel first. Art that makes you feel ends up making you think.
Us offers much to discuss, as amid its crowd-pleasing beatdowns and bloodbaths, Peele once again serves up a scathing social critique.
They look exactly like us.
As his vacationing family battles the ferocious doppelgangers in their midst, evil manifestations of themselves. The Oscar-winning Lupita Nyong'o and Winston Duke convey Peele's deeper meanings while taking on their dual roles.
It is in our nature to fear the idea of the outsider, the alien. I think that we are our own worst enemy because we are so capable of lying to ourselves.
About what?
Our guilt, about our shame, about our sins. We're very good at saying it's not us, it's them. When you suppress something as a group, whether it's racism, classism, xenophobia, historically we see it come out in atrocious ways.
When that shadow self, that darkness in us is left unattended to, it can swell out of control, rear its ugly head, and cause a lot of destruction in the world.
A lot of destruction.
A lot of destruction. Oftentimes, the darkness in us is something that we project onto another. And in this film, Jordan makes a monster out of that darkness and shows what it would look like if that darkness came for us.
A Twilight Zone fan who's rebooting the classic series. Peele says Us's doubles were inspired in part by the 1960 episode Mirror Image, while his own family, including their 20-month-old son, helped as well.
Just going from not a dad to a dad is like confronting yourself. But there's a completely different reason for living. I think that's part of it, is having a kid around this time. And then there's something, terrifying that happens when you stop living for just yourself.
You gotta get it right. If you're gonna do it, God bless America.
That's right, that's right.
After Peele's many years as a comedic actor, the road to Us began more than 2 years ago.
Jordan Peele, get out.
With the response engendered by his debut directorial effort, which won him an Oscar for Best Screenplay.
I love you all. Thank you so much. Good night.
Power of Jordan's work is that he's redefining a genre that often says blackness is the first casualty. In Get Out, he said, what else could be the first casualty? That was racism.
Well, I watched Get Out 5 times in the cinema over a month while we were doing Black Panther.
Lupita told us that she watched Get Out 5 times, so you must have had a very hard time getting her to be in your movie.
The performance that she gave me, or the performances, I should say,
The thing we're gonna do after this shot is
I think are two of the great iconic horror performances of all time.
They think like us.
Double roles all around tax the talents of all connected with Us.
What is it like to act opposite yourself in
Tough.
some of these scenes?
Very tough. Oftentimes it was just a green X on a wall and that you had to perform towards. And there's this menace coming for you and it's nowhere to be seen.
It took a while to get into that, like learn how to, switch.
Us that 5 minutes or 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, learn how to switch fast enough.
With the authority his artistry has provided, Peele's become a Hollywood player, producing Spike Lee's Black Klansman. And Us marks another significant moment in what's become an extraordinary flowering of cinema from African-American filmmakers and performers.
I feel our generation and our cohort of artists at this time is doing something that others haven't had the opportunity to do.
Just the fact that this is a movie with a black African-American family in the center of it is new. It's a sort of tragic reminder of the lack of meaningful representation in this industry. I think it's very meaningful to the black community to see black faces in a film that's not about race.
And now that we are represented, now the conversation a lot of times is about nuance.
Aided by Us's still lean $20 million budget, Peele remains guided by his own pioneering muse, elevating both the horror genre and the overall discussion.
You were coming off the most remarkable success that one could imagine. What let you center yourself to be able to do this film and not have that freak you out?
I always would return to this idea that with Get Out, I made my favorite movie that doesn't exist. I can always return to that. What movie would I most like to watch right now? Make that movie. I think people respond to your truth when it's real.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.